If you love romantic fantasy that feels lyrical, emotional, and quietly powerful, then When the Tides Held the Moon might just be your next obsession. Today, we're diving into When the Tides Held the Moon by Venessa Vida Kelley, a story that blends aching romance, atmospheric world-building, and the kind of emotional depth that lingers long after the final chapter. And if you're considering the audiobook, you're going to want to stick around. Let's start with the big picture. No spoilers. At its heart, When the Tides Held the Moon is a romantic fantasy about love shaped by fate, grief shaped by time, and choices shaped by the tides of destiny. The story unfolds in a richly imagined coastal world where the sea is more than just scenery, it's symbolic, powerful, and deeply intertwined with the characters' emotional journeys. We follow a protagonist who is wrestling with loss, identity, and the weight of expectation. As mysterious forces, both magical and emotional, begin to surface, what starts as a story of longing slowly becomes a story about courage. Courage to love, courage to let go, courage to choose your own path. And that's where the magic truly begins. So, what will you experience listening to this audiobook? First, emotional immersion. This isn't fast-paced, battle-heavy fantasy. It's intimate, it's character-driven. You feel the tension in quiet glances. You feel the ache in unspoken words. Second, a romance that builds with intention. It's not rushed, it's not surface level. It grows through vulnerability, through shared pain, through moments of stillness, and when it blossoms, it feels earned. Third, thematic depth. This story explores grief, memory, fate versus free will, and the idea that sometimes love doesn't save you, it transforms you. Listening to this in audiobook format enhances that emotional texture. The lyrical prose flows beautifully when spoken aloud. The atmosphere, especially scenes by the sea, becomes almost cinematic through narration. Now, let's talk strengths. The writing is evocative. Kelley has a poetic style that feels almost like waves, rhythmic, layered, and immersive. If you enjoy prose that leans literary but remains accessible, you'll appreciate this. The romance is mature and emotionally intelligent. The characters communicate, they struggle internally, their choices matter. And the mood, the strong emphasis on the mood, is consistent. The coastal setting, the mystical undertones, the soft but haunting emotional arc, it all feels cohesive. For audiobook listeners in particular, this is the kind of story you can sink into during a quiet evening drive or a rainy afternoon. It's reflective. It invites you to feel. Now, a couple of honest weaknesses. If you're someone who prefers fast-paced fantasy packed with constant action, political intrigue, or heavy magic systems, this might feel slow. The pacing leans contemplative. Also, because the prose is lyrical, some listeners who prefer very straightforward storytelling might find it slightly dense in moments. It requires attention, but in my opinion, that's part of its charm. This is a story you experience, not one you rush through. So, who is this perfect for? If you love authors like atmospheric romantic fantasists who focus on emotional journeys over sword fights, if you enjoy slow burn romance with meaningful character growth, if you appreciate stories about fate, healing, and second chances, then this will absolutely resonate with you. It's especially perfect for listeners who love audiobooks that feel immersive and intimate, something you can emotionally live inside for a few hours. Who should skip it? If you're looking for high-stakes war fantasy, rapid plot twists every chapter, or heavy world-building details with complex magic rules, this may not hit the mark. This book is about the heart more than the battlefield. Final thoughts. When the Tides Held the Moon is a tender, beautifully written romantic fantasy that trusts its readers and listeners to sit with emotion. It doesn't shout, it whispers, and sometimes whispers are more powerful. If you're in the mood for a story that feels like standing at the edge of the ocean at twilight, reflective, hopeful, and quietly transformative, this audiobook is worth your time. If you'd like to check out the full audiobook, I've left a link in the description below. It's a great way to support the channel at no extra cost to you. And if you enjoy honest, in-depth romantic fantasy reviews like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what's the last book that emotionally wrecked you in the best way. Until next time, happy listening!